would say the patch is definitely more difficult overall. Bosses are the same, aren't they? But I don't know. I mean, boss health is the same as Stagger, but yeah, obviously our characters have kind of had some changes. Then I need to probably look at the Stagger on bosses. It's still too easy. I know. Yeah, obviously, yeah, the new mode has extra health and damage, true. Does make it more difficult. But to me, when you can stagger bosses the same amount, kind of irrelevant, you know? So it's built around this axe, called the Shroud Cleaver. It's basically a pickaxe, actually. It's the one that the enemies have. The ones that dual wield them. And the idea of this build is to build into Plague and Stagger. After the patch, it's kind of got stronger in some ways. But the runes I've got are really good. Plague Swirl is amazing. The bosses. The Stagger you can see on the Echo Knight. Super quick Stagger. Slam Down is pretty good as well. But that's more for rats, Slam Down. So, Damage Surge and Poise Shield, pretty good to use as well. You want Poise if you can. Because the idea is, when you're hitting things, you don't want to be getting staggered. Because you get good lifesteal. And the idea is you keep hitting and doing basic attacks. So, basic attacks on this are really, really good. So yeah, you want Plague Infusion, you can now get the element infusions with an attack bonus, so that's what I do now. Plague Infusion with attack speed. I've got attack speed here and attack speed here, because you want to be doing as many attacks as you can to get the infection build up quicker and more lifesteal. So we've got lifesteal here, healing, lifesteal, healing, damage, and stamina recovery, because stamina recovery is really important as well. Then I've got infection build up on the helmet, on the gloves, twice, so I've got 60% is it? 50%. Which is really good. Really, really nice boost. The sooner you can do that, once they're infected, you can execute them. So you'll see on the boss, I execute around about 20% of his health, which is really, really good. We also get this, which is the enemy stagger resistance decreased. So this is by far the best build for staggering ads, not just bosses, but ads. Nothing else comes close from what I've tested. The Plague Mage that I did, that might be pretty close. I need to work on that a bit more. But yeah, this is crazy good for staggering enemies. Bosses are pretty similar to pre-patch, but ads are a lot harder to stagger on the hardest world difficulty. So I've got 3 poise on the chest and on the pants as well to get me to 24 poise. Because again, you want to be tanking stuff, but the poise rune will give you a really good boost as well to 50. So just there as a backup, you know, if you've not got poise, you've got a bit of extra poise here if you don't have the rune active. So then I've got the stamina recovery shield on the chest and on the gloves. So that's 60%. Really, really important because you want to be getting your stamina back as soon as you can. And without those boosts, it takes a long time. The reason for that is because you run this, extra stamina, and you put a lot of points into stamina as well. And then you have this as well, so you get stamina back on hits. So you want to be able to just constantly attack and siphon back your stamina, siphon back your health. And it's the best way to make this work, I think. Pretty standard from there, really. Armor, max focus, plague damage. I think a blue helmet is better here. And then yeah, the other stats are kind of up to you, really. I've gone for a couple of damage reduction slots. I'm also going to change this indestructible here to something. With the chest, I've not got indestructible and repairable because it was mentioned in my chat about just doing draining health in combat, which I kind of forgot about, but it doesn't do anything. And if you've got a blue helmet, you're going to have to repair this anyway when you die, so you might as well do it for the others as well. So for this, I'm going to change indestructible here. Probably do it now, actually, after this. And I'm going to change it to focus, maybe. Get a bit of extra focus again, or something else. Then just this one will be indestructible or unrepairable. That's the only one. That kind of sorts the gear, really. Like I say, you want attack speed, get those stagger bars filled up, the plague bar filled up as soon as you can. As soon as the plague bar fills up, they just get staggered like instantly. Health wise, just short of 240. Pretty good number to be at. Armor is 53%, which is really good. You know, 896 armor. It's a pretty good amount to have on this build. So, you know, if you can be kind of tanky and not get staggered, you're gonna be laughing, really. Resists are pretty good because I've got cloth, leather here for the resist boost, and I've got mesh helmet, mesh chest, and mesh pants. So it's a good mix, you know. All my resistances are really good, good armor. I've put a lot into focus here because you want to try and get your focus gain from this because it's changed. I don't have focus gain as much on the gear anymore because it's not as impactful as it used to be. 15% focus gain when you're at 0% focus gain is massive. 15% when I'm at 137 is just meaningless. It's not really going to do anything. So you've got to really factor that in, that with the changes, focus gain on gear is just not as valuable now as it was. Still good to have, but not as useful. A bit into quick load because if you want to be somewhat tanky, you're going to have to do that. I think this is a good number for damage. And again, you know, I've got 111 stamina, so it's a lot of stamina, which means I get a lot back on this ring. So I can keep spamming away. As long as I hit the boss, hit the enemy, and keep spamming away. But other than that, pretty solid. I mean, it's probably, they're pretty solid. It's ridiculously good, actually. I started this build before the patch, just thinking it was a fun build. It's turned out to be my best build. It's crazy good for a melee build. I think you'd be hard pushed to find a better melee build, because this axe, the reason it's so good, I don't know if I want to say, but basically it's got poise break 14, which is ridiculous when you look at how quick it attacks. So with the attack speed, and the last hit does like a double double damage, so double the effect. That's why it's busted. No other axe is as fast as this in the game. And the only one that has more poise break is a hammers, and it's only 2 more. So yeah, this is a broken item. So if you get attack speed on there, it's huge. I think attack speed, because it's been lowered in the value from 15% to 10%, could be worth considering other stuff there, but I like the attack speed, to be honest, with this ring. It's very noticeable, makes it nice to play. But yeah, stamina recovery is really important, don't forget about that. After the patch, stamina recovery's value has gone up massively. Focus gain on gear, not as good as it used to be. And you want infection build-up, trust me. You want that on 3 pieces here, so double here, and 1 on the helmet. It will make a big difference to this stagger resistance being applied. It's really, really strong. Super fun, super relaxed, it's got good AoE, and just naturally built into the attacks. Really good damage, and the runes are really nice. You know, you can use slam down to dodge and do a really hard hitting move. Plague Swell if you get surrounded, but Plague Swell for stagger is incredible on bosses. Incredible. And it only costs 50 as well, which is really good. And you get that off the Hern Frenzy. Yeah. So I luckily had a spare one, just took it off. Slam down, I don't know where I got that, I'll be honest, but that's a... It's not a must-have, you could run Brutal Reprise instead of Slam down or something like that. So it's up to you. In terms of future builds, I'm not sure what I'm going to do because obviously my embers are running out a bit. But I'll do a video just on my thoughts on the patch. Maybe try and update a couple of other builds. But yeah, the build videos might slow up a bit, but obviously on future patches, future releases, I'll be doing more content. But the content might slow down a bit. Obviously when the release first dropped, I was doing loads of builds, but not as easy to do now. But hopefully there's enough like gameplay on the channel to just maybe give you an idea of what you like, what you enjoy. I've certainly got an idea as what I'm going to do on full release. So far for me, the samurai build or the assassin build. This one's really close though, because it's so strong. This is the strongest build right now for me that I've done. But I think the samurai build is a really, really cool weapon that's been used there. So, but yeah, thanks for all the support on the videos recently. I will try and upload when I can. I'll be doing a video about the changes. I think overall the changes are a positive, but there needs to be some tweaks, obviously. You know, right now I'm still doing no boon runs and no legendary runs because I think there's still some broken stuff in the game. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.